Hello, this is Ben Baxter with Accent Software. Today we're going to look at another video in our job costing playlist. This one is going to focus on estimating. We feel very strongly that, like with any big job, estimating and the upfront work to plan out the job will control the profitability of the job and have the biggest impact on whether that job makes money or loses money, all through the upfront research and work done to plan out that job. Hopefully you have that same mindset and own the Dynamics NAV product so that you can make use of this functionality to really get a better control, better upfront capability to plan out and assess what the job is going to take before you actually take the job on. So to get started, I'm going to go ahead and use the tablet client. So this is the NAV 2017 tablet client. I am using a job manager database, so I'm logged into the system with a job manager profile. And what I'm going to do is I have a activity queue called open jobs, and there's a counter of 34 there in the top left corner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to look at the job list here. So I have several jobs in my job list. As I just scroll down through the list, there's plenty to choose from. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at one of them. So one of them is a generator repair job. I picked this one because it has a good size budget. It's a contract amount of just over $60,000. I can see that in the top left side of the screen, where it's showing me different buckets of cost that this job may incur. In this case, this job is for a generator repair, and I want to drill into the detail. I want to start planning out this job. This is something that someone may be talking to us about. It may be something that we have in the foreseeable future, a forecast job that we want to work on, or I'm just kind of creating a template that I may copy from in the future. So what I want to do is I want to go to the estimating worksheet for this job. The three little ellipses in the top left corner there, that's what I'm going to click on. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to see in the list estimating. So that estimating worksheet, I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And that's going to open up my Excel type view of this job. So I have my activities of what I'm going to plan out: tear down, clean, inspection, repair, assembly. And as I click through these, you'll notice the lower grayed out window adjusts. So for each activity that we're doing, for cleaning, I have a generic labor 30 set to do about 60 hours worth of work, and that's about $1,800 worth of cost. The lower line, the grayed out section, that is the actual planning that is going on inside of that task. So when I click on repair, where there's a lot more going on, that window expands a bit, and I can see that Mary's the one in charge. She has 120 hours planned, so that's how much time we're estimating for that activity. But then I can see other things going on with it. So in the lower window, I can see a list of bill of material or components that are going to go into that job. This worksheet is allowing me to make changes and update the information with what's in there. So if I want to add information to the assembly step, okay, so right now I have mechanical lift and labor, but maybe I know there's some components or side panels or something that's going to go into that final assembly. There is a button in the top right corner, three little dots. I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and I'm going to say let's edit the planning lines for this. So again, I'm going into the detail behind that assembly task, the activity where we're piecing everything back together. I'm going in there and I'm able to adjust what I foresee happening on this. So think of your custom builds, custom service work that you may do. These are long duration jobs or long duration projects, and I want to plan out how much cost is going to go into it, who's going to do it. I might not even know who's going to do it yet, but I want to plan some level of cost for whoever that may be. And I can do that for material. I can do that for machines that are going to be involved. If I need to do transportation cost, freight cost, expensed items, things like bolts and nuts, things that are very low cost, high volume items. I want to put in a factor cost for that so that I can plan for that when I come to the time of actually fulfilling the job and actually tracking that. And we'll cover that in more detail in later videos. But for this one, this is where I can come in, control the planning details. Once I'm finished with the planning line detail, then I come back to my main window and I can click on the next task, and I can update when we finally do a test run of this repair. This is how much time we're going to allocate for that runoff or that test run to make sure that it's working properly. Once I can come back all the way to my job, again, all that detail rolls up nicely for me, and I can see it in any way, shape, or form. So if I want to drill into just my shop labor cost, I can click on that number and see across all activities, here's what I'm allocating for my labor costs. If I want to see it for material cost, I can click on that number. Here's my bill of material. So what am I planning for material purchases and requisitions? And we'll have a video on that and how to fulfill these material requirements and make sure that we're purchasing in a efficient manner to make sure that we're getting the cost to the jobs that they need to be in the fastest possible way. So that's the estimating side of it. Again, I'm on a job. I could do it from the list as well, but I'm clicking on that little worksheet and I'm clicking the estimating button. It's as simple as that. It's very much a Excel type window where you have your activities and then the detail of who's going to perform it, who's going to be involved. Do I need a subcontractor involved? Do I need certain material? Is there some overhead costs that I'm expecting to have had there? All of those factors get built into it. The numbers all roll up, and they're going to come all the way back to my job and back to my project, all the way back up to the master job, the summary of all of the subjobs for, in this case, industrial repair jobs that we do. Hope that's a high-level overview of the NAV jobs estimating worksheet. Again, just a small portion of the job costing overview for Dynamics NAV, but we think a very critical component because jobs are won or lost at the very beginning, the estimating phase. If you quote the job wrong based on a bad estimate, there's a good chance you're going to lose money on it. And so we're trying to make sure that you have the tools available to make those estimates as accurate as possible so that when you get to the actual time of fulfilling the job, you have a strong basis to compare the actual costs to your estimates and make sure that they're profitable and make sure that they're repeatable. That's my time today. I really wish you luck in playing with this and learning about the Dynamics NAV software and capabilities that are out there. Great tool, and we look forward to talking to you.